As we continue celebrating America's 250th, we are taking a look back at some of the historic taverns that helped shape our nation.
So I recently visited two of Boston's most legendary gathering places where history was made and the spirit of the American Revolution lives on.
Welcome to Boston, one of America's oldest and most heralded cities. And we're here at the two historical taverns. Right in between them, you got the Green Dragon Tavern and you got the Bell in Hand. They date back to the beginning of America. First stop, the Bell in Hand. You cannot walk into this building and not feel the history of this tavern.
Bell in Hand is America's oldest continuously operating tavern, founded in 1795. And what's so special, this isn't the original location, but this location would be familiar to Paul Revere and Samuel Adams, who walked these very same streets.
I look up and I see a bell and I see a hand. Very literal.
Yes.
It means a lot.
Back in 1795, the original owner, Jimmy Wilson, was Boston's last known town crier.
And the town criers just yelled the news
Yes.
and information, no microphones.
Yep. He would walk with the bell in hand down the streets of Boston.
You did something very synonymous with the bar industry.
Yes, Debbie and I collaborated on a 1776 cocktail menu.
We could finally drink like a founding father.
Yes!
Let's go.
Rum punch.
All right.
This was the most common cocktail.
People loved rum back then.
They loved rum back then. It was the dominant spirit. Sangaree is an early version of sangria, and instead of using table wine, it uses fortified wine. Thomas Jefferson recorded drinking this when he was in Philadelphia writing the Declaration of Independence. Then we've got Cherry Bounce. This is derived from a recipe from Martha Washington. This has whiskey as its base, and then some cherries and sugar.
Brooke, so much took place in places like this.
Yes, this is where the revolution was born. Taverns were some public spaces where people debated politics, formed opinions about trade and war. They were central to what happened 250 years ago.
You felt the responsibility of commemorating 250 because
Yes.
of the history here?
The story of America cannot be told without taverns. While much of the world has changed dramatically, the reason people come to taverns has largely remained the same, to gather, to share stories from all over the world, all over the states, people from all walks of life.
All right, Noelle, where are we right now?
We're at the historic Green Dragon Tavern in Boston. It's where the Sons of Liberty met. They planned Paul Revere's ride. A lot of history happened here.
The Green Dragon was a place where loyalists were, where the British got together.
Yes.
Where did the Sons of Liberty fit in?
They had a secret meeting place. They had a 13-year-old boy, Sam Ballard, who was a spy, and he would spy on the conversations of the redcoats in the bar and then go down and tell the Sons of Liberty.
Let's go around the room, some of these pictures. For example, the different pewter mugs.
Yeah, so those were the kind of mugs that they had drank out of in the Revolutionary times. And on the bottom, it was made of glass. So when they would hold their beer up, they could see their enemy coming in.
So when tourists come through,
Yes.
how important is it for you to keep the story alive?
It's very important to keep the story alive for Boston. My father was from Ireland, and it was really important for him to showcase that a lot of Irish also fought in the American Revolution. To know that the Founding Fathers walked up and down these blocks is pretty surreal, but it's something that we have to keep alive. We have to keep telling the story so that everyone knows the history of our country and of Boston.
The story of America told through taverns. We got another stop. As we leave Boston, we're going to New York. Now there's some history.
When I was doing the piece, I couldn't hear the music. But I really I think it added a lot to it. It was really good.
That was awesome. Like, to be in a bar where the Sons of Liberty were drinking beers and then, of course, fought for the country.
I love how she said Thomas Jefferson was drinking this while he was signing, like he was drunk when he formed our country.
Imagine being so smart that you can have a few beers and write the best document ever.
Tell me about that area. I've been to Boston, but it was a long time ago. That's so pretty.
It's amazing because they have the cobblestones and it feels like you're right there. The other thing I thought was amazing is what's happening right now. I walked in at 11 o'clock on an arbitrary Saturday to do this. There's nothing going on. The World Cup hadn't started and people were just hanging out drinking.
Yeah.
And not getting drunk, but just hanging out. Most by themselves or with one or two people. Everyone talking. It reminded me of almost a different time. Before the iPhone.
Well, look, if you're trying to get someone to go to a historic landmark, the sell is, and we're going to drink beer because it's a tavern, is made stronger.
Yeah. Brunch the old-fashioned way with beer.
Well, I did learn a few things. I like the glass bottom.
Yeah.
So they could see
Absolutely.
Learned about how to make some of those drinks.
I mean, they went back to the same concoctions that they had, but literally one moved slight locations, but that was still 150 years ago. And everyone appreciates the Boston feel and the Revolution. You got the USS Constitution right there in the beginning of our times. It's still parked there. It's a museum. That's why when people go to Boston, people really get a sense of American history.
Yeah. And so you went to 2 in this. How many taverns are there, and how many did you see?
I did my own study program. Some I brought cameras and some I didn't. But coming up next, we're going to bring you part 2 of the taverns of Salute to America 250. I go to visit some of New York's oldest establishments, Fraunces Tavern, and then I hopped in the car, went upstate a little bit to the old 76 House, a place that was known as George Washington's favorite bar.
Well, my only regret is you didn't take us with you.
Right. You guys were busy.
It seems fun.
No, it was really fun.
So we know George Washington's favorite. Which one was your favorite?
I don't want to make anyone feel bad.
I know.
But I would say that Tappan, or I went to Tappan, when you see what's there, when you walk in, you could shoot a movie right now. You could shoot The Patriot right now there and say, that looks authentically 1776.
Really?
Wow.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.